Okay, good. It's working today. Didn't work at all last week.
Good day.
I don't know who's watching anymore, but never know. You're sleeping.
Still into heat.
That's right.
Yeah. He's on a beach somewhere.
Right. I wonder if she's thinking about us right now.
Let's hope so. I'm sure she is.
Right.
So, well, I don't know. Maybe not because of time change. But her Tuesday morning, I'm sure.
Oh, I'd be a yoga right now. And here I am lounging on the beach.
Right. Her glass bottom bungalow.
Right.
It'd be interesting to see
I want to see pictures.
if it was as good as she wanted it to be, or if it was one of those, oh, the glass is dirty, it was plexiglass, it was scratched. I've seen those ones, and I want to more like advertising better than the actual.
Yeah. Yeah.
But either way, she's looking at the ocean,
Right.
that's bad.
Turquoise water.
Right, salty air, away from the,
I've been to the beach in a long time now.
that's where you go. Yeah.
All right, let's get started. Let's lay down on our backs. Release your toes and your fingers. Slowly let the tension out of your spine, out of your shoulders, out of your tailbone. Let your neck relax, soften your jaw. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. And as you exhale, melt a little bit more into your mat. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6 reads, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths." There's something about this culture that we live in, and at least for females, I'm sure it's even worse for males, that there's this pride that comes with independence. If you can take care of yourself, there's pride there. Like I made it. I'm a real adult if I can take care of myself. And if I can take care of others, it's even better. But there's this sense of independence, of self-reliance. And I don't know about you, but I place a pretty high regard on that. I like being able to take care of myself. I like being able to take care of others. I don't really like being dependent. I am in many ways, but it's not something I'm ever comfortable with. And I consider myself a fairly intelligent person. I like being able to solve problems on my own. I love puzzles. I love murder mysteries, you name it. I love trying to figure stuff out. So this verse, it's a huge struggle for me. Trusting in the Lord with all your heart and leaning not on your own understanding go hand in hand. Because if I trust in myself, I don't need God. So I have to trust in him and lean. I know it says lean not, but I like to read it as lean less on my own understanding. Rely less on my own strength, my own wisdom. Trust more in God. And in some ways that's easy, like for the future. I literally cannot tell the future. So I have to trust God for that. I have to trust him that my kids are going to grow up to be functional humans. I can do my best right now, but the future is not for me to control. So I really have to trust him for all of that. And I find that fairly easy. And the past I can't change. So it's really easy to trust the Lord that all that I went through was for a reason. And sometimes I can see the reasons. I can see why I went through some things. I can be really grateful that he saved me in some circumstances, that he rescued me even though it didn't feel like a rescue at the time. I can look at the past and really trust him that he had a plan for me. He knew what he was doing, and I don't have to carry all of that around. But I struggle with the present because I'm a doer. I'm resourceful. I'm a fixer. I'm a solver. And it's really hard to stop and lean less on myself and lean more on him. But the second part of that verse, so the first part is trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will direct your paths. That's the part that's exciting to me. Because as much as I know and like to figure out what's going on around me, there is this sense of, I don't know where it's going to take me. And I need the Lord's guidance to help me figure out my next steps. In all my ways, acknowledge him. All right, so instead of taking all the credit for myself, someone gives me a good job, and I want to be like, yeah, it was a good job. I tried really hard. I need to acknowledge God. I need to give him the glory. I need to give him the praise. I need to thank him for giving me the skills that he's given me to do the things I need to do. I need to spend more time acknowledging God in my life and in my decisions and in my abilities and in my talents and in my day. Because the more I spend time with him, the more I see and feel and behave like him. And that's how he directs my path. So I don't know if you are struggling with where to go next with direction and guidance in your life. I feel like we all are all the time. But I want to encourage you with this verse. Trust the Lord with all your heart and lean, I'm going to say less on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. I love this verse for many reasons. It's easy to memorize. It's a great verse to think about, but it's also a good breath verse. You can take the first line and inhale and the second line and exhale. And so throughout my day, when I need more guidance, when I'm feeling stuck in a decision, when I'm feeling helpless, I inhale, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And then I exhale. In all your ways, acknowledge him and he will direct your paths. And there's something very comforting about the promise